Have you ever met a diamond polisher, the magnifier of women? Well, you have now. Allow me to reveal the story of the diamond polisher. At 6 years old, I knew I would be great. I knew that I was a superpower. So I practiced my Wonder Woman spin daily. In my mind, at 6 years old, I knew that I would be something great. And deep down, I knew that my light shined. You see, I didn't have words to describe my desire, but motivation was my middle name. I grew up in the Bronx in New York during the crack era in a single-parent home on public assistance. And mayonnaise sandwiches were our evening treat. And as I recall living in New York in those hot summer nights, I vividly recall one summer night. At 16 years old, I worked at Woolworth. How many of you remember Woolworth? So do I. I was 16 years old, and I was invited to the regional holiday party. Completely out of my element, very nervous, my mother offered me one piece of advice. Jessica, watch the white woman who looks like she has the most money and do exactly what she does. So, from salad fork to coffee spoon, I mimicked her every move. That woman didn't realize she was polishing this Latina gritty diamond. I was rough around the edges, and I mean rough around the edges. But again, deep down, I knew that my light shined. So after high school, I landed my first big girl job, a receptionist at a law firm on Wall Street. I thought I made it. Well, 30 days in, I almost got fired. I decided to address 35 envelopes and graffiti like bubble letters. Remember the Bronx, 16? That's when my dear friend and mentor, Robin, became my official polisher. She saw something in me and rubbed that gem to the highest potential. And I began to see what she saw, my brightest sparkle. So you have to understand what it's like growing up in a Hispanic household. The food is amazing, the music is great, and the family, we'll talk about that in another TED Talk. But there's one thing that's distinct. Boys are treated like kings, while girls are taught to serve and to nurture. My mentor purposely poured into me and guided me up the career ladder to a new job right directly diagonal from the World Trade Center. We were the dynamic duo. She ran things, I implemented them. Absolutely the best arrangement you can imagine. However, one day we were downsized, and I was offered her senior level position. From that day on, I did exactly what she did. I poured into the young ladies on staff, as a young lady myself. I found their sparkle, and that's when the polishing began. Many successes and opportunities later, in a new state, I continue the quest to help women and entrepreneurs identify their interest in entrepreneurship. I knew that these women that I wanted to help deserved more, and they wanted more. So I worked tirelessly for a loan fund who provided capital to women in business. But I knew that something very specific, targeted to women, was critical to promote long-term, sustainable results. So the opportunity soon came, and I was able to create a program and support women my way. I created a programmatic, multifaceted program where in developing and empowering women, we identified their passion. And I think we can agree that when a woman identifies her passion, she stands firm in her integrity. And we know that when women stand firm in their integrity, they can do all things. Right, ladies? Yes. Diamonds are amazing, and their shine endures for decades. And many times, they're passed on to generations. And in other times, they're undervalued and underappreciated. Women in business are simply a gem. Let me give you some insight to what my week is like. I meet with about 25 women. Half of the women cry in disbelief that their dream is a business plan away. The other half of the women share stories of rape, drugs, and domestic violence. Can you imagine how that would feel on a Friday at 5 o'clock? Could you? Could you? Or any of you? For this polisher, it's my fuel. It's my fuel to ensure that every woman who I interact with leaves with a sense of purpose. Because we know that pertinent purpose provides greatness. You see, women are starting businesses at an astronomical rate. Astronomical. You can see it in your communities. But the Women's Business Council says 1,200 businesses are started a day. A day by women. That's 1,200 opportunities to impact our communities, create jobs, and shift the role as a breadwinner. Now, the government came along and created a special label: women-owned and disadvantaged. There is nothing disadvantaged about a woman who's a diamond. Certainly not if you're this diamond. A 70-year-old woman who elects to use social media and innovative technology to expand her business and nails it. Know what I say? Welcome, Miss Profit. Or this diamond received 100+ hours of business training to start and expand her business, despite cancer and career transitions. You see, women are about details, no fluff. This woman maintains a high standard in her business while working a full-time job to support her 2 young boys. This airman received her veteran business certification and now uses her training to employ workers in her remodeling company. Women are rejecting corporate America every day. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what fearless looks like. This cleaning girl, my cleaning girl, is the breadwinner at home and manages a quite impressive balance sheet. And this woman, beaten and battered for 21 years, and today holds a master's degree and teaches fathers how to be exceptional role models to their children and their families. This mediator took hurt and anguish and turned it into revenue. This attorney put herself through law school as a single parent, and 10 years later is the premier lawyer, bilingual lawyer in the state of Delaware, who predominantly employs women. I think we can agree she's a diamond polisher herself. And most importantly, this diamond polisher who commits to finding the sparkle in our future diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, I created the term, business is the new beautiful. And these women are why. I'm not done. I'm a woman, through life circumstance, found this diamond polishing place. And I learned to be a diamond polisher. And I simply believe that diamonds are meant to sparkle. And I live to polish them. So now the diamond polisher is revealed. But before I go, I ask you all to do one thing. The next time you're in a woman-owned business and you make a purchase, take 2 steps back and ponder on how you, or any of you, can sparkle that diamond. Thank you.